Ooh, that's always so dramatic. Hello, welcome everyone. My name is Destiny. I work here at the bookstore. It's great to have you. Is there anyone who is here for the very first time? I always like to see that. Ooh, welcome, welcome. I hope it won't be your last. Um, I just want to go ahead and do a few housekeeping items before we get started. So first of all, if you could just silence your cell phones, we'd be most appreciative. Virtual audience, hello to you as well. And you are a part of our audience today, so please don't forget that. We will have a signing afterward with both May and Ava. We'll sign any books that you have of hers. So if you purchase any books upstairs or if you brought your own, that's fine. You can get it signed today. We have extra books upstairs. So some of you got your own books when you signed up. But if you did not get a copy of book, never fear. We have tons of those upstairs. So we hope that you will be so convinced by our conversation today that you will get your own individual copy. And if you are here this evening, I feel like some of our upcoming events may interest you. So on June 18th, we have Laura Henkin for One Star Romance with Jennifer Close. On June 26th, Ashley Poston for a novel love story, and she will be in conversation with Sarah Adler. And then on June 28th, and that's the last romance event for this month, Alicia Thompson for The Art of Catching Feelings with Nikki Payne. And that'll be on June 28th, as I said. So hope to see you at one of our upcoming events. All right. Folks in the back, we've got chairs here for you if you want to do it. You're good. Come on in. Yes, that's fine too. No problem. We're all a family. Okay, so Ava Wilder, who will be in conversation with May today, is the author of How to Fake It in Hollywood and Will They or Won't They? She lives in Northern Virginia with her husband and her toothless cat, which I have always been like, I need to see a picture of this. Like, what does it actually look like? And then we have, of course, the lady of the hour, Mae Bennett, who is a hopeless romantic who enjoys imagining and writing happily ever afters in her free time. A voracious reader and reviewer of romance books, while her cat, King Louis, rules from his throne. She bookstagrams, so many of you may know her as Twice Upon a Book. And this, yes, it's her debut novel. Now you're super excited. I have to say that a little a little under a year ago, she walked up to me after an event and she was like, Destiny, I need to tell you something. I was like, okay. And she was like, I have a book coming out. I was like, you have a book coming out? That is amazing. And she's like, yeah. So I was wondering if, might do the launch at ECB. And I'm like, oh, what? This is your neighborhood bookstore. You were at our events. You were always here. So this is just such a full circle moment. I'm so happy she's here to be able to do her book launch. And honestly, this modern retelling of Beauty and the Beast was so enjoyable. I hope you guys pick up the book if you haven't already. Please welcome Ava and May.
I mean, I have pictures. Just say the word. Hello.
Hi.
Thank you, everyone, for coming. I'm so excited to be here. Do you want to give just like a little pitch about your book?
Oh, have to already do that. Okay, hi. I'm really nervous. I'm sorry. Oh, hi guys. Not allowed to cry until the end, okay? Please. All right. So I wrote this book, and it is a modern contemporary Beauty and the Beast retelling featuring a plus size home restorer and a grumpy recluse, and they were a bit too stubborn and ended up being roommates. And yeah, I think it's fun.
It's very fun.
And a little steamy. So
just a little. So we met through you being like a shining light in the bookstagram community, just like an icon and a legend.
Or obnoxious and just being like, I'm obsessed with you. But sure, we'll go with icon.
No author finds that obnoxious. So now that you're in the author space, what has it been like kind of making that? It hasn't really been a transition because you're still doing bookstagram, but what has it been like being an author in addition to that?
I think I'm definitely still figuring it out. Like Destiny will definitely complain at me when I come in here. It's like, you wrote a book too. You should tell people about your book. And I'm like, or I could show up in Chloe Lais's Bergman shirt and like support her, and that sounds like a lot more fun. But true story. But yeah, I think I'm still figuring it out because I love the Bookstagram community. Like that's how I've made so many friends, people who I think told me they were going to be here, and so yeah, I love it so much. So I'm still kind of figuring it out where I'm just a person who kind of just wants to hide and write in my hole with my cat hanging out and then talk about other people's books. But yeah, I love the space so much. So I'm trying to like transition what my posts are to be more authorial. I don't know, but I also like enjoy yelling about good books. So I'm don't feel like I'm ever going to stop doing that. So
Good. I mean, I think we're all here for the yelling. Like,
oh, that's my love language, shoving a book in your face and telling you to read it. So
well, that's a great transition to my next question, which is, you know, obviously you're coming from being a very voracious reader. So going back to sort of your history as a romance reader, what would you say the book was that made you a romance reader? And what was the book that made you want to be a romance writer, if those are different books?
that's a good question. I think I've always read books that at least have some element of romance in them. My mom was a huge romance reader growing up. My mom's here. My book's actually dedicated to my mom. So she like really encouraged me always to read romance. Like it was not like a shameful thing in my house, which I know like once I went on Bookstagram, a lot of people were like, you know, they don't talk about it as much, and that was just never my experience growing up. But the book I would say that made me go like, this is really cool. I wish I could write a story like this was probably Elle Enchanted.
Yes.
Like I wrote a fairy tale retelling, guys. Like, come on. Like, I mean, if I hadn't read that book, I hope someone would hit me over the head with it and go, "You better read this." But I would say that, and then I took a break going to like law school and studying and different things. So I was reading a lot of random stuff, or just not. I was already reading a lot for law school. But I would say Get a Life, Chloe Brown also was like,
Wow. Elite choices.
yeah,
Really good.
just opened my eyes to the chronic illness representation, seeing a plus size woman just like rock it and have a have her experience, I think was really eye opening. That like the things I was starting to dabble on, I would really enjoy doing that too. So
Amazing. Those are excellent choices.
now you have to say yours.
I think the books that made me obsessed with reading were the Babysitter's Club series.
Oh my God.
That,
Yes.
yeah. And I think like one of my first writing exercises was writing like thinly veiled Babysitter's Club fan fiction with like original characters, but like obviously
I'm hurt this is not in my inbox. Like
I don't know where it is. It's probably like 1997.
that's amazing.
It's not in anyone's inbox. Yeah, I think like honestly, Talia Hibbert was also like, because I got into reading romance really around the pandemic. And yeah, Brown Sisters series was like one of the first romance series where I was like, wow, this is so like, it's very like fun and kind of light, but there's like real depth to it. And like, I guess I just didn't know that there was like a genre that could sort of be all of these things at once. And I was like, I'm in.
No, because your books have that like level of angst. It's so good.
Thank you. But this is about your book.
I have a problem, okay?
So one of the things that I really love and appreciate about your platform is that you really uplift debut authors. Like you really focus on them a lot and sort of giving them a shout out. And being a debut is a really scary experience. And it's very vulnerable because it's like, is anybody reading my book? Is anybody going to like it? So we don't have to talk about the lows of the debut experience. But what have some of the highlights been for you?
I think one of the highlights was how much community I think I realized that I had, like Bookstagram or so for the pre-order art, Tamara I'm going to say her last name wrong because I'm so nervous. I'm sorry. Amst. If you're familiar with her on Twitter or Instagram, she makes beautiful recreations of romance covers on like rocks and shoes. Like she miniaturizes them and they are works of art. And she created the beautiful pre-order art. Like she just put something on Twitter that was like, I'm thinking about doing something original. And I just slid right into those DMs and went, I beg of you, this would be amazing. The community here at East City, I come here all the time. They're going to start charging me rent soon. And they've been so incredibly kind to a debut author for my weird little Beauty and the Beast retelling. Authors who've been kind enough to like blurb, or just like the community, I realize, or even just like finally telling my friends that I wrote a romance book, or my family members, and how supportive they've been and haven't just been like, what are you doing? So I'm just like incredibly lucky to have seen how much community I have through this process.
It really is like the best part is the friends you made along the way. Like it's a cliche, but it's true. So
they help with the lows too.
They really do.
Understand.
Yes. Yeah. So okay, let's talk about Beauty and the Beast, because this is a Beauty and the Beast retelling. Yep. I think for a lot of romance readers, I would say probably Belle is their favorite Disney heroine because she's the one who is obsessed with books.
Yeah.
It was definitely my favorite Disney movie growing up. So this is like an 8-part question. So you can answer it however you want. What's your, take a sip of water. So what is your sort of personal history with this story? Why do you connect with it? Why did you choose to do a retelling of it? And what was sort of the process like of figuring out what it was going to take to modernize it and sort of create, that's okay, I know what I'm going to say, to create original characters out of these archetypes? Yeah.
So I think I grew up, like many people do, wanting the library that they have, and in hearing that. So that alone was just always kind of a fun thing to see in books, or just wanting a massive library. But my Beauty and the Beast journey truly started when I was in kindergarten and dressed up as Belle in the play, because I had to sing Be Our Guest, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. Those are awkward pictures that will Destiny try to get me to show them, and I said, not happening.
You do need to show them.
No. And I'm very glad my parents don't fully understand technology. So no, they would you would call me and I would not advise you. So don't worry. But I think I grew up with her being my favorite too, because she in the fairy tale, in the movies, she saves him. It's not the other way around, where like the prince in kind of the trend of having, male, female characters, of that the prince is the one who kind of ends up saving the day or something like that. To me, that story always stood out because, other than the kidnapping elements, that she, he needs her to break the curse and save him, and she comes back. So to me, that was like a huge thing where I, debated, do I want to do a gender twist or something on that? And that was one of the points in the book that I wanted to keep, was she really they save each other in a lot of ways, or help each other. But to me, I think, at least especially in the beginning, he's in like a really dark place, and he needs her to like open his eyes to the world that he's kind of been missing out on. So that's just always been something that's made me want to read a Beauty and the Beast retelling. So I'll read any retelling. I watched someone put on Twitter the other day, like there was a French Beauty and the Beast retelling on Amazon. I watched it immediately. The costumes are beautiful. I did not fully understand all of it, but I had a great time. So I'll do Beauty and the Beast. So I'll read anything.
I love that. That gave me goosebumps talking about how she saves him, because that is true. And I had never really heard it framed that way. But I think you do such a great job of capturing that dynamic in this. And I love, speaking of no kidnapping,
spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I love the premise of this, which is that he is living in this like crumbling estate, and she does home renovation. And so that was such like an interesting and smart way to do kind of the forced proximity, do them living together without him kidnapping her.
Yeah, no, that was never an element I wanted to explore. No shame to dark romance. That was just not what I'm writing.
A rom-com, no. But other genres, that works.
Yeah. So I wanted to do kind of a more modern setup of just, why would these two people, him hiding away, her, why would she come there if not for being kidnapped, and kind of bring that together. So I really enjoyed it. I was also a history major in college, so kind of the history part was really fun for me. So yeah, I really liked writing her because she is really confident in her career and who she is, and I wanted to also kind of have someone reflective of that, of just, she's going there with one purpose, and other things happen along the way, but she knows who she is, and she is going to get the job done, hopefully.
I think that like kind of like a formative scene in Beauty and the Beast for a lot of people who end up loving romance is the scene where they're like in the snow and they're like, you know, in their inner monologue, they're singing about, they're like, oh, I'm kind of like seeing him differently now. And like, why is he looking at me that way? And I feel like that's sort of like the golden moment that a lot of romance writers search for. And I feel like there are so many of those moments in this book. Did you have like a favorite scene to write?
I mean, I think that was definitely a scary part of retelling like a beloved tale of just, you know, I even had friends who beta read who like said lovely things, but were like, this is my favorite part of Beauty and the Beast, and I'm not sure you have. And I'm just like, I can't copy the whole thing. I'm sorry. I mean, listen, I could go out and write like true fan fiction, but that's not what this is. But yeah, I think I really liked writing like the banter between them, and just like the scenes together. I really also just enjoyed like the group scenes. Like I have a scene trying to say this in a non-spoiler way where they have to convince him to be less of a stubborn person, and she gets the other people at the house to help her. And I was actually annotating this the other day, and I was like, not a single person in this book should be an actor. Like, this is terrible. Like, I did not figure out this trend of what I was writing, but yeah, no one can act in that book. But I figured if it made me laugh while writing it, that it would hopefully make other people laugh. Bless you.
It's very delightful. So is this the first book that you have written?
So I wrote a royal romance and wrote it and rewrote it and then aged them up and wrote them again. And then while I was querying that, I wrote this. So I've written many versions of one other book, and I've written this one.
I feel like that's how it happens. It's like the right one for you just kind of comes very unexpectedly. So during the writing process for this, were there any unexpected challenges or things that, you know, you kind of struggled with or, you know, overcame?
I think this is the first book that I decided to write like a very clearly plus size female main character. So writing that and just some of her experiences, I think took me a minute just because they're, you know, my experiences, which not everyone may share, but I also kind of used that. So sometimes writing things that were deeply personal to me that I wasn't necessarily expecting it to be kind of would take me a minute, or just even reading them back. But yeah, I think why it worked too is I wrote it without really the intent of anyone seeing it and just for fun to distract myself while I was querying. And then it just worked out that this is the book that kind of clicked for people.
I think like sort of the very personal and vulnerable things that are hard for us to put into books usually end up being the things that like really resonate with people. So even though it's hard, it's for a reason. It ends up being like what's special about the book and about your writing.
Yeah.
Was there anything that surprised you?
Trying to think what surprised me. I think just trying to, I think, figure some of it out, or just even trying to think. You sent me these in advance and I'm still drawing a blank because I totally had an answer. I'm sorry.
We can skip it and come back to it.
No, yeah,
Okay.
I'll think of something. I'm sure in 30 seconds I'll be like, and this was really hard.
Okay. So this is a beautiful example of the grumpy sunshine trope. Is this your favorite trope?
I think romances are actually like forced proximity are
Well,
probably
we also have that.
Yes. Yes. If you want a trope, there are many to choose from.
Well, what is your favorite what's your favorite thing about either of those tropes? What draws you to them?
So Grumpy Sunshine, I like them just because I think once you delve deeper, the grumpy person's probably not as grumpy as you believe they are, and the sunshine person probably also. It's like there end up being two sides of the same coin, just represented very differently. So I really like how those end up mashing, where like, you know, no one can be happy all the time. Like you can be, you know, excited or have whatever, but like your inner monologue may not be exactly sunshine. Like she's sunshine, but she also is very, very sarcastic. And for romances, I want to see the characters together as much as possible. So whether it's forced proximity, romance, that's usually automatic, but like I just really enjoy really seeing them fall in love than necessarily kind of too many of the sides. And that's just personal preference. But yeah, I like seeing that dynamic, or, you know, one of them runs in and they're only in a towel, or just like the
You
awkward
gotta have
moments,
that
right? Like
one.
that you have to have when you're living with someone. You're not wearing like your best face or like the most makeup or anything like that. So I feel like it helps with like a lot of vulnerability. And listen, there is a bed shortage in Romancelandia, and I'm okay with that. And so typically that ends up happening, that like suddenly there's really only one bed available. And what are you going to do?
Yeah, especially
So
when it's like it's a big house. How are they going to do it in bed? And when you did, I was like,
yeah.
yes.
Yes, that, yeah. No, I think that was it. To your earlier question of like what was difficult or surprising was writing the home restoration parts, because I'm not a big HGTV watcher, as my mom and my sister are. So yeah, I got very lucky that I had a beta reader who works at a museum and could like sent me some ideas for like the wallpaper or different things like that. So that was definitely incredibly helpful. But I think no, putting enough that you can tell they're restoring a home without like going, okay, all right, now we get it. She's put out more wallpaper. There's a lot of rooms, like keep it moving. Um, was just kind of finding that balance of, you know, I have to keep people updated as to what, and she obviously they both care about it, but there are other things going on. So yeah, I think that was also just something of how can I semi-realistically, let's be honest, get them to, you know, shrink down what is a very large house, but be stuck together somehow.
No, I thought because I'm also not really like an HGTV person, so I thought it was the perfect amount of restoration stuff where it's like, but it did feel like you knew what you were talking about, but it was like, we don't need to know any more than this. Like, let's get it. Let's see what they're doing.
I like the history parts of it, of like looking up or looking into that. But no, my poor parents, like I just moved into a new place, and like even trying to find a couch, I got overwhelmed with all the options, and finally my mom had to help me like find a kitchen rug or something, because I was like, there are too many options. Like why, which rug is this gonna look good? It's a lot. I respect people who really find joy in that, but it causes me a lot of stress to see how many options are out there in the world to like decorate, and then like what if in 3 months I'm not modern century? I'm, you know, I'm something else. And then, you know, you're stuck with modern century. It's a hard,
It's stressful,
yeah.
but in fiction, it can always work out perfectly for them.
There's
So, so a lot of writers are not full-time writers. We have day jobs and other responsibilities. So what is your writing process like, just in terms of like how you fit that into the rest of your life? And also because you read so much, like I'm looking for tips also.
avoiding writing is great by reading other people's books. So, you know, if
true.
you're looking to avoid, that's always fun. I mean, I definitely don't think I have the process down perfectly. I I what is free time anymore, but like I have a demanding J job, but that luckily is pretty structured, that it's like 9 to 5, give or take some days, so that I can then come home and hang out with my cat for a little bit and then I write. So it just depends. Like I try to force myself to take breaks, but I think I get a lot done on the weekends and things like that. I'm also just very much a homebody. So sitting and reading or doing other things, like I listen to an audiobook every day when I walk to work or things like that. So to me, like reading has always been something that brings me joy. Like I know a lot of people can't read or read their genre when they're writing. And to me, I'm just like, no, I still want to. I mean, I do get worried, like if I'm writing something that seems so close, I don't want to accidentally, but otherwise I don't know. I see a book and I'm just like, I really want to read that and I'm going to read that now. So
I honestly love that for you, because I feel like it's made my relationship with romance so complicated. So I'm really happy to hear that you
I mean, I'm
don't feel
definitely
that
reading
way.
less. I feel a
Yeah.
lot of guilt. Don't ask me how many books are on my NetGalley shelf right now, as I literally got another email for one today, and I, of course, was like, yes, I want this book, and then now I feel bad, but
I mean, if they're offering it for free, like you can't say no.
I feel bad. But no, there's just romance is so lovely, like how different people, like someone else could take these tropes and this premise and write a completely different book. So yeah, I just I love seeing how different people's brains work, or just kind of the twists that they do and different things. So yeah.
Well, thank you for bringing your brain into the mix. So, something I love about this book is that it's very, you have like all of these sort of fun nods to the original story, but not in a way that it feels like it's sort of too much. Are there any Easter eggs, either not necessarily for Beauty and the Beast, but for anything that people should keep an eye out for?
So there are definitely Beauty and the Beast Easter eggs. I don't between the cover alone, I don't think that that's like hidden. I had a good friend today that like messaged me and was like, "I got what the title is from. It's from the song." And I'm like, "Yes, yes, you got it." So yeah, there's definitely plenty of nods, but I think some of the nods maybe either are unintentional or I think I see it a different way. And some people, right? Like Beauty and the Beast means something to other people differently to everyone. So I love seeing what other people also think is like a nod to something where I'm like, yeah, that works. That was definitely not my intent when I wrote it. And I heavily listened to the Reputation album by Taylor Swift writing this. And when I was annotating, I very much went through this and I went just, wow, this was like permeating and sitting in my brain. So I think there are things maybe I'll notice most of all, but yeah, this book is very reputation coded, and I won't lie, it hurts my heart that I really thought Taylor's version would be out by now because it would have been the perfect marketing, and it is not. But it'll be there. It'll come.
It'll be there, and your book will be out, so you can use it to market it whenever the time comes.
Maybe for the audiobook, but yeah.
So there's a very memorable supporting cast in this. A lot of scene stealing side characters. That's a real tongue twister. My personal favorite is Blaze, which is the AI like butler. He's not a butler. Or
he's like an AI assistant.
It's like a smart house,
yeah.
which I thought was such a fun way to have the house kind of be like enchanted without having magic in there. And I also loved his twin sisters, even though they're not on the page for very long, but they really make an impression, and I love them.
They are chaos.
Do you have any personal favorites of these?
I think Blaze was probably my favorite, just like the one-liners that you can have by writing like a random robot that can just like pop in and say things. Yeah, I've had a lot of people who have said like that was a very good surprise. So I think the sisters, especially the last scene that the sisters are in, is very chaotic, might involve a Taylor Swift song and just a lot of things going on. And so just writing kind of their banter back and forth of just like siblings hate, being sarcastic to each other and things like that, I think was just a lot of fun to kind of get out to. So I had a lot of fun writing this book, so I hope it comes across that way.
No, it definitely does. It really is just like a delight to read. So sort of bringing it back to romance as a genre, what do you love about romance as a reader and as a writer?
So I like that there's so many just different like representations and books for everyone. If you're feeling like you want a romantasy that's with dragons, or you want this or that, or you want a werewolf shifter or Loch Ness monster, Lena Ferguson's next book is really good. I'm sorry, Destiny. I'm sorry. I messaged her when I was reading Isabel the Rogue, and I was like, "You need to read this book." So I'm not totally bad about this. Okay. So I like that there's just so much community in it, and I've met writing friends this way. I've met real life friends, and just like whether you're in a really small town and no one's reading romance, or you're in a big city and you mostly like to stay home with your cat, like you can find people and books you love. And they're so escapist to me, whether it's like a true like contemporary book or whether it's a romantasy. Like I want a book that I can't put down, and then I suddenly realize when I'm done it's 3 or 4 hours later and I just had the best time. And honestly, my biggest disappointment is it's over and I just kind of want to read it again. So I love finding new books to love, and I'm a big rereader too. Like I love the comfort of going back and seeing new things that I didn't notice before, or just even the comfort of like a favorite story and just like seeing that. So I don't know. I don't know if that was good, but
no, that was great.
Why do you like romance?
I like romance because I think people are really complicated, and the fact that like any of us find anyone is like very magical to me. And so I love reading like an exploration of of how that happens and how people kind of put aside all of their issues. Not shocking that I have this answer. Sort of put aside their issues to kind of come together and find like true companionship and understanding, and something that's very like unique to them, but is also like very universal. Yeah, I think
no, I like that about your books. But no, I think that's true of romance, like, right? Like sometimes the scariest thing in the world is not a murder come after you, although there's some romance books like that, but like letting yourself be vulnerable with a person and fall in love can really be the scariest thing of all. And sometimes there are serial killers involved, but
yeah,
not in this book.
Fear
There is
is
no
the emotion.
kidnapping.
Fear is the emotion I'm trying to bring to it.
Yeah.
So speaking of books that you love, as a voracious reader, do you have any arcs that you've read that you want to put on people's radar?
I will try to limit myself. But there are also just incredible amount of books that were released today. So I'm going to stick mostly with those because if you haven't picked them up, you really should. Birding with Benefits, Sarah T. Dubb, is horny birding. And yes, it is as cool as that sounds. Trust me. Match Me If You Can, Swati Hegde is it's on an Emma retelling. It's cute. It's adorable friends to lovers, and you need it. It's also a purple cover, and purple covers are the best. Nisha J. Tooley's next book is out from her series, which is incredible. I'm gonna start to draw a blank now on other books. Isabel and the Rogue is out today. There are just an incredible amount of books just out today for whatever you're looking for. Desi romances, queer romances. Triple Sec by TJ Alexander is polyamorous. One's a bartender. Incredible. That's an amazing book. I was lucky enough to get an early copy of that.
I'm really excited for that one.
I'm going to try to stop, but yeah, no, there are amazing books out there. And also I'm happy to answer more questions or just DM me. I'll send you some more ideas.
Well, what do you hope readers take away from your book?
I hope that they take away that home can be a million different things, and it can be a person, a place, but it doesn't have to be what everyone tells you it should be. And that it's okay to let someone see like the really messy, vulnerable parts of you and let them love you for it. And also, if you want to be badass and make the library instead of letting the guy come and bring it to you, go right ahead. You do it.
How are we doing on time? That really is. Okay, so I think if anyone in the audience has questions. Yes.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, so I definitely have some nugget of ideas for the twin sisters that I won't give spoilers on, but I definitely think they could. I'll tell you in the back.
Okay.
What? Oh, I'm sorry. So the question is, do I have any other fairy tale Disney retellings that I also would like to do? So, I definitely could imagine doing something. I think they'd be a little bit more succession based because both of the sisters are working for the company, but also fairy tale twists. I have a book that is like a weird Shrek Once Upon a Time romantasy mess that I'm hoping I'll be able to talk about at some point. That is like, I thought I wrote this was bonkers, and then I wrote that and I went, oh, cool. That's what my brain's been doing. And I have this like weird Sleeping Beauty nuggets tucked away in my head. So honestly, I think fairy tales are a lot of fun, right? Because we grew up with them. But I also definitely do want to like do something a little bit more original and just not just do fairy tales too. But I think that there's a lot. I mean, I think you can see the bones of like fairy tales in certain books where maybe it's not like a true retelling, but like you can see them a lot. And I love that in books too, of just you can tell this person really loves those books or like those stories, which is always really nice to see.
I'm ready for all of those. Any other questions? Do you? Oh.
I don't know you at all. Hello. Okay.
The question was, if there's a trope that she's been wanting to write that she has not written yet?
I would say love writing a lot of different tropes. And so if I love it and can fit it into a book, I will. So I'll kind of twist the answer a little bit and say the one that scares me to write, though I would love to write, is Second Chance, because it's really hard to get right. I'm sitting next to someone who I think got it right in an incredible way that again scares me because like how good can that be? But will there one
Don't
day?
do it. As someone who's been there, it almost killed me.
Okay. So yeah, I think Second Chance just scares the heck out of me because you have to make people believably break up and then believably get back together and not hate them and also believe that they're going to stay together. It is like a really hard task. So I think one day I want to wait for like the right story. I don't want to just go, I'm writing a second chance romance. I want like the right story to come to me. But I think that there are incredible examples out there right now. So if you have not read Will They or Won't They, if you like that EW promo for the Vampire Diaries with the horny magazine, let me tell you.
It's not that I don't want a second chance from you. I'm just
No,
telling you to
I've
learn
heard.
from. Yeah.
I had friends who did it too for like the second book, and between second book syndrome and second chance, I sent them the best thoughts and prayed for them. But yeah,
I do feel like tropes, there's like the easy mode and hard mode, and second chance is definitely hard mode,
yes.
which I didn't realize until I tried to do it.
It's so hard not even to make it angsty too. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Which sometimes you need. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Any other? Yes.
Thank you.
The question is, how are you feeling?
Yeah. Yeah, my book came out, guys. I'm mostly like really thrilled and honored. Like this is something that like I don't even think I necessarily let myself dream about when I was like growing up. I just like read books and literally I still have the bookcase my mom and I built to hold all of my books. Like so yeah, I've just always been a person who read voraciously. And so the fact that I'm now like I earlier today my parents and I went to like other stores to also had stock of my book, and I never felt like I was in a pageant before until my mom was like straight up recording me and like pushing people out of the way or just taking my photo. But it was so cool to see my book with like other incredible books that I love that like I'm being placed next to them. Like that just really means a lot to me. And the people who've reached out who like felt like related to the story or just really enjoyed it. Like it's been such a cool experience that other than like the deep anxiety, like I would just rather be in witness protection right now than like you guys are all really lovely, but like I didn't do this to like be the center of attention. I'd rather talk about other people's books at minimum. It's just the ongoing theme. But yeah, I feel like incredibly lucky that this dream came true and I got to write it in like a way of a story that has always meant a lot to me and a plus size character and support from people. So thank you. And thank you all of you that I'm not like just talking to my family and my friends here. So I really appreciate all of you. Yeah.
Speaking of your families,
I also don't know who you are. There's no resemblance.
what was your favorite part of writing?
My favorite part of writing was, I think I really enjoy writing like and drafting. So I think that it was just like really fun to come up with like different ideas and just this was a book that it came out very quickly. So like it was just really enjoyable that like I'd go home and I'd be excited. Like I didn't want to go to work. I wanted to keep like going and writing the next scene or going, it's midnight, you need to go to sleep and like pretend to be a person in the office the next day. Like you can't just sit up and keep reading. So like or writing. So to me, it was really cool to feel like a story kind of pour out of me. Like I'm like chaos pantser. So if you don't like write, like I don't plot, like I do to a certain extent, but like especially in the beginning, I'm just going vibes. Why do these people maybe like each other? Things like that. And then it's kind of just blurted out onto the page. And I probably should start becoming a plotter to like not have that happen. But yeah.
You know, if it works, it works. The right process is the right process that works for you.
Yeah, but it probably would mean less rewrites, but yeah.
Yeah.
Just any tips for writing humor?
Oh gosh, I am honored that someone even thinks that. But the question is, any tips on writing humor? I think write like how you would talk to people, right? Like especially I write dialogue a lot first too. So as a pantser, like I kind of really like figuring out the dynamic between characters and the scenes. So for me, I think just kind of figuring out like that back and forth of like, would two people truly have this conversation? And also, right, like humor is so different for me than it is for you, for other people, like what your sense of humor is. Like this book to me is also like deeply sarcastic. I'm a deeply sarcastic person, but other people like more physical comedy, like find your right like place that you really enjoy kind of figuring out what kind of humor you want it to be. Because there's so many ways to have it come across. But if you're making yourself laugh, one of the ways I actually edited this book was my cat walked across my computer and turned on like the auto read because I've been like, I can't read this book for the 75th time, but I don't want to miss anything in the edits. And so I had the like robot AI read it back to me, which yes, I also understand the irony. But if those parts still made me laugh, to me, like it was working, at least for me. I can't promise it's going to work for everyone, but if you find it funny and you find it humorous, write it. Like someone has your same sense of humor. Not everyone is going to have your same sense of humor. Your book, you can't make everyone happy, but it's a lot more fun to write the book you enjoy and want to read.
That's great advice.
Do you have advice
on how to write humor?
You do have funny lines. Yes, you have heavy angst, but you still.
I don't know. It's hard because it's like in writing a book, you don't know how people are going to read it, you know, like because comedy is so much about like timing and inflection.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. It's like, what do I think is funny? Like if I think a joke is corny, like I'm not going to put that in there, you know, like that's really all that you can do because there's going to be people who are like, well, I didn't think that was funny. And it's like, that's sorry.
Yep.
Any other? Yes.
Do you think they'll ever see the royal romance that you started with?
I won't lie, it's a little embarrassing now looking at the drafts I did because it just, especially the first draft that I sent to a couple people, including my sister actually was the first person to ever read my words. She like deeply encouraged me to like, I would not be sitting here if it wasn't for my sister kind of like, definitely soberly telling me to just write the darn book. So I'm incredibly grateful that she kind of like recognized that like that was something that I wanted to do. But yeah, I think having gone through an editor and like different things, it would need to be revamped. But I do want that book. I love that book so much. It's just, I think, I don't know. They're like my first darlings. They're my OGs. So I would love to. The romantasy I mentioned was actually meant to try to like twist it and turn it into a fantasy. And then it just kind of took beat of its own and went, no, we're something else. So I hope to one day have it come out and be something, but I'm not actively working on it, but it's definitely something in the back of my head. So yeah. Hi.
Other romance authors also write plus-size characters that you really love or read kind of while you were writing?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Are there other romance authors who write plus-size characters that you love?
Sure. So that's a great question. So I'm immediately going to obviously say Talia Hibbert, Olivia Dade. Alicia Thompson's first romance book features a curvy character, right? Like body size is so different. So some people it's more explicitly plus size, other people it's curvy or different things, or even just like the word people want to go by. TJ Alexander's book that's out today, Triple Sec, one of the love interests is plus size and it's incredibly well written. I could go over a whole list. Chloe Lais's I'm blanking on what it's the fit. Thank you. I could literally picture the cover, but that also features Ever After Always features a plus size characters. There's so many. And it just really is nice because it varies, right? Like how much of the story is about them being plus size or they just happen to be plus size. Weather Girl by Rachel Lynn Solomon features a male main character. The love interest is plus size. So I could give you a whole list. There are so many books traditionally published, indie published too, authors or what they're doing with like body diversity and different things like that. So if you are looking for a character who maybe was just plus size or curvy or just not kind of what we kind of are typically told is attractive, there's so many books out there. So reading those books is also what gave me the encouragement to kind of delve deep and write that. Because my first book, I would say the female main character was probably curvy, but she was definitely, I would not say plus size. And that was also something maybe if I do go back to that book, I would want to change because I think that is something I plan to stick with is just, you can never have too many plus size romances in the world. Thank you.
Any more questions? Yes. Is there going to be an audiobook?
So there actually is going to be an audiobook. It's, gosh, I want to say it's August 23rd it comes out. So the reason the delay is I actually was able to get the narrator that I asked for. I just had to work with her schedule. Has anyone read or listened to the audiobook for Out on a Limb by Hannah Bonham Young? It's amazing, right? Amazing. So I had listened to it and then I got an email that was like, who are you thinking for an audiobook narrator? And it's the same company that sold to mine. I'm like, what are the chances? And so that's the reason for the delay, so I can get the right audiobook narrator. But first of all, if you have not listened to that audiobook, it's amazing. Out on a Limb has been re-released today, traditionally published. That's another amazing book I would definitely check out. Hannah is incredibly talented and just like very kind. I've met her through like debut and different things like that online, and she's just been so lovely to me. And yeah, so it's Victoria Connolly. So I feel really lucky because also for like a single point of view, making sure someone can get the male voice not to sound really awkward. So there is an audiobook coming. You can pre-order it now on Libro FM and I think other places through eCity. And yeah, so it's coming. I was given the option and I would rather delay it for the right narrator and get the book right than necessarily not have the best person. So I'm incredibly lucky. But yeah, in the meantime, if you're an audiobook listener, definitely listen to that one. So you're in for a treat. Yeah.
That's great. And I agree with you that a narrator can really make or break a book. So
did you have a say in your narrators?
I did have a say. And what's funny is when I did my first one, I was not really an audiobook listener. So I was like, I don't know, like, sounds good. You know, I was listening to the samples.
Yeah.
And then by the time my second one came around, I had been listening to a lot of audiobooks and I was like, I know exactly who I want. Like, I have opinions.
Yep.
And, you know, they were happy to hear it.
Yeah, no, I got very lucky because I think to the humor question, right? Like the humor and the timing in the book to me was also really important. I felt like Hannah's tone of voice works for that. So to get the same narrator, her was really important to me. So I think that's really cool. So.
Okay. And one last question. Oh, that is a great question.
Okay, so the question is, if I could pick the perfect setting or atmosphere to read this, what would it be? I've been told it's kind of cozy,
It's very cozy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I would say get comfortable and, if you want to hang out with your cat or, have Taylor Swift going on in the background for you, to really get the vibes going, but like sit in your favorite reading spot or like be in a library and just like, whatever feels I did not hire paparazzi. So yeah, I would just say like where you're coziest and like get comfortable, put that weighted blanket on you, curl up and like hopefully enjoy going to the Killington estate with these two idiots. Idiots to lovers is also one of my favorite tropes. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's very specific, but yeah. So yeah, I would just say get cozy and get comfortable and hopefully have a good time. So yeah, and thank you for reading.
I think that's it. Thank you for coming.
That was so much fun. I feel like the ogre coming and be like, stop. But now we're going to transition to a signing in about 5 minutes. So that'll give us an opportunity to flip the room, put the chairs away and that type of thing. We will start the signing line right. And as I stated, Mae will be signing, personalizing because all the books should have already been signed. And Ava is willing to sign if you have any of her books as well. So thank you for being here again. Thank you, virtual audience. You rock. Great questions. And hope to see you all soon. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, so much.